you streaming as well, or? Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Can people be heard? I know that I can be heard. No, you can't at the moment. I'll get you being heard again. There you go. Try now. Yeah, you can be heard now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Check, 1, 2.
Yeah, everything can be heard. But you know what? This is weird to be doing this on a Sunday. I don't think I've done a Sunday stream here at all this year that I know of. But yeah. Hi everyone.
Hello.
You wonder what we sound like after a Port Pal stream? This is it. But yeah, we're here. For technically, it sort of is in the Summer Game Fest atmosphere. But it is the Xbox Game Showcase now. I mean, I'm interested to see what they announce. But you can guarantee that every one of them will say Game Pass. I mean, is there anything that you want to see them show off that even what they've been tempting at?
I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention enough anymore.
I want to see a little bit more if they show off a little bit of Elder Scrolls 6. No, actually, you know what I want to see? I want actually a release date for Fable. I will be happy with that, if anything, today. So how long that game has been teased and teased and teased. I just want that game out because I love the series.
Has it been really teased that much? I feel like we've only seen like 2 things, max.
They seem to show it at least.
We've seen. I don't know about that. I think we've seen the initial announcement and maybe a follow-up, and that's it.
But either way, it's like I think we've been on about this beforehand. I don't like games where they show something off but they don't show anything off. I think we had it. It wasn't as bad at Summer Game Fest this year, but especially where it's games where they show off the cinematic but none of the gameplay.
Yeah.
It's like, that's cool, but I'm not trusting you on this. And now I know how difficult it is to make even the smallest of games, but I still wouldn't be talking too much about it until you've got something there. Oh no, they caught drownfish. There we go. Of course, between roleplay and mature. And all the 18 marks.
We'll see how it plays out. Is this the Atomic game?
No, this will be Outer Wilds 2.
Ah.
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this
Yes, market shares.
Yep.
that could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So,
This is our future.
must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism.
So much adverts.
Get out there and buy our way to victory.
I'm yearning and yearning for you.
This feels very Bioshocky.
It does.
Yeah. Which I'm not complaining about.
It's space Bioshock.
Yeah. Except it's more about profit than the other thing. We're Obsidian into I'm not surprised,
Unethical science experiments?
actually. Yeah. Auntie's choice. And Ant-Man.
I don't think I ever played the first game.
I played a little bit of it, but I didn't really get fully into it. I think it was it's one of those times where there was just lots of other games coming out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos
Yeah.
by staying tuned after the showcase.
So is it?
World premiere?
What's wrong? I'm sorry.
What the fuck is this?
I've been so depressed lately.
You know, it fix everything.
Oh, High on Life too. Oh,
I
it's
was gonna
High on
say-
Life.
I was gonna say, it looks like that one Rick and Morty
Game, yeah.
VR game.
I didn't think the first one did as well as it to warrant a sequel. I'm going to be honest.
I think the first one, came out during the Jason Roiland issue.
Yeah, it did. I guess people just like talking guns, I guess.
Apparently.
And bows.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Oh. $2026? Oh no, this winter, okay. Where is it? Yeah,
bit
there it is,
closer.
right in the bottom left corner. World premiere.
Another one.
They're probably gonna be
I wish
mostly.
they would like kind of like do world premiere update, world premiere like unless like the attention span is like only world premieres and then people drop off.
Probably.
New Assassin's Creed game?
I'll be surprised, but I won't be. Well, the Iron Shadow's just not long come out.
Oh, is it a Prince of Persia game?
That is a long rope of something, and he's metal.
I feel like it might be an Assassin's thing. Just because they're...
Sneaking.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of, like, going through time of death.
I'm starting to think it might be a Prince of Persia, as you mentioned.
Well, that... I see platforming, and I think Prince of Persia with this, like, aesthetic.
Oh. I don't think this is an Assassin's Creed.
No. Resonance.
Resonance. Oh, Plague Tale.
I don't know what Plague Tale is.
It's, you know, the one with the rats?
The one with the rats, that does not tell me anything.
So, it's basically...
Ratatouille had rats.
There's the one where you was controlling a girl and her brother, and it was during the plague where you basically moved things out the way moved rats out the way with light and stuff.
Okay. So I guess if I would have played that game, that whole trailer would
Wait
have
a
made more sense.
minute. They're making a Portal.
They're making handheld. It's not surprising.
I'm not surprised, but at the same time, why not just work with Steam at this rate? You're already doing it with everyone else.
Because
you're working
Steam
with
is
Republic of
because. Well, the other thing is, Steam tends to be in hot water for being a monopoly,
Gaming.
and they might not get the cut they want from Steam because they have their own marketplace. Why would they promote
point.
Steam?
No offense, I'm not using Discord for my handheld.
There's I see this being the same appeal to the people that use it for their PS5 thing.
Yeah, but
that's what that market is for.
Yeah, I feel like just looking at it as well, it's going to be... The problem with the PS5s is you had to be in the same network. This one looks like it's going to be a separate console itself.
And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross.
Oh, it's Ross Spencer
We
left.
delivered Game Pass. First on
I was gonna
console,
say, when
then on
did
PC.
I was like, when did she get made president? I guess I've never heard. I'd never heard about this, but I guess
Unless Phil
You know,
Spencer's
they're-
been given a promotion.
No matter where you buy or play. So we're building an
Something
Xbox
higher than
experience
president.
designed for players, not locked
Yeah.
in a single store
President
or
of
tied to one
Microsoft.
device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in
Wait,
your hand,
Phil Gaze.
bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to
I mean,
Steam, GOG, and
technically you
Ubisoft
could
Connect.
do it with
And
Steam
the
Deck.
highly anticipated Hollow Knight
Yes,
Softsoft
but this
will
is
be available at
Microsoft's
launch and in-game pass
wanting
and Allied
their
releases later this
marketplace.
year.
Yeah.
In fact, every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox.
Also,
Ally.
Steam has come out that they're not
We have
making a
always
Steam
wanted you
Deck
to have the unique
2
experience
or
of
whatever.
Xbox on any
Yeah.
So
device.
that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
companies like Steam or Xbox is doing it,
Whether you're
is
playing
because
on
they're like,
console, PC,
hey, there's
or
not
TV,
gonna be
or
one this year.
even
Awesome,
handheld
we
like
can
the
buy
Xbox
get into
Ally.
the market.
Xbox experience
Right.
will
Okay. I've just had a look at what Phil Spencer is. So he's not he wasn't president of Xbox. He's CEO of Microsoft Gaming.
Okay.
And our studios is Xbox anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed.
Oh, she
indie
said the
hits.
D word.
This is the freedom we believe
Are people
players
freaking out?
should
People
have.
freaking out?
What
Any
D word
game,
was it? I wasn't paying
anywhere.
attention.
And we are
Diverse.
giving it our all
Oh.
every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead by Daylight on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time.
Hey, look, Liza's
No, it
P.
hasn't.
Believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. Bandai Namco. Wolves. Did he just get taken out by Voldemort?
Yes.
Ah.
And when we were at our weakest, our lives. We should have feared for our souls instead.
I think they're
Vampires
vampires.
didn't come to
Thought they
kill
were
us.
vampires.
They came to rule.
We back on vampires?
We're back on
Vampires are
vampires.
So boring.
Yeah, I thought they would have learnt the lesson after Redfall.
Cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
It's medieval Blade.
Their worst nightmare. A Dawnwalker.
It is literally,
Trapped.
it's just,
It's a fantasy Blade.
he's a fantasy blade.
Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching.
With robots. Yeah, you kind of got to be a bit more specific of what the world fears, because I feel like they fear a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly responsibilities. Are you going to
A
kill
little bit.
responsibilities?
World premiere.
Also, I've noticed that the fading is very Netflix.
Is this Bug Snacks too?
I hope so. No, what the...
What?
That's Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy?
Okay, no, that freaked me out because that was a Mario pipe. Where's Super Meat Boy?
Oh, it's a 3-day Super Meat Boy.
Just looks as challenging as the other ones.
I'm surprised that we haven't seen a new Super Meat Boy in a long time. It did so well.
It was one of those situations where it was only... Once it built only by a small group or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's always been.
Yeah.
The best games aren't made by big devs.
Comes early next year on Game Pass. I'm keeping an eye on that bottom left corner now. Not a world premiere. Oh no.
Watch your back, Yakumo. You're a wanted criminal now.
Okay.
Dark Dragon myself.
Oh, it's Ninja Gaiden, I'm guessing.
He is a Raven Ninja.
Looks like it.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
The original game that had no chill.
This is it.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
This is just making me feel like we need a new Dead or Alive. That's a land shark.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
No. What's being picked up on my phone? Hold on. Oh, it's Bethesda. Oh, Indiana Jones. We've got a new one. No? Yes?
Is there... It'd be quick for a new one, but I think the first one did so well.
Yeah. Unless they're doing a director's cut version.
I can see that. How much do director's cuts, like, actually change?
Oh, okay.
A new adventure.
It's going to be a DLC.
So, DLC or...
Like you said, it's too early to be a new game.
Yeah. Well, if they use the same engine, it's not hard. But at the same time...
The game only just came out at the end of last year.
Yeah.
To the Holy See. Defend the secret.
When you don't have to build an engine, it's pretty quick.
I mean, either way, I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I feel like he's pointing to his fist and his middle finger will pop up. That's the puzzle. September 4th. Okay, that's cool.
So is that DLC then?
By all things, it's DLC because they had the inner circle thing on it as well.
World premiere.
Okay, so yeah.
That's better. Don't know what was being picked up in my background, but at least I've got that fixed now.
Ooh.
No, they killed the robot. I turned it into plants.
Have you seen this before?
It's a world premiere, it says.
Is this...
It's Game Freak.
Game Freak? This is a weird Pokemon.
This is Pokemon 10. They really went.
Is this why Scarlet and Violet sucked so bad?
Yeah, they really went full scale for the 10th game. Actually, this is Pokemon Legends are. They didn't want to tell everyone, but they kind of went in a new direction. Beast of Reincarnation.
Okay.
Oh, she's a Bulbasaur.
Makes sense.
On Game Pass. Wait, I just clicked. That's Game Freak and it was an Xbox.
Yeah. It's also Game Freak, and it's not Pokemon.
Yeah.
The glittering streets of Avalon.
Yay, thank you. Some information again.
Filth down to us.
Oh no, this is Fable. The Tangle. I think it's...
Here's to playing in the mud.
It says Avalon, so I thought it would be. It might not be, actually.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted. You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
The Shork.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And this shit ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for what?
Was that SpongeBob?
No.
Lord Griswick. Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were
Trust your instincts.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
What is this? It was fun.
Is this a new IP?
Getting away with it is the real trick.
Is it Dishonored?
These candlesticks ain't gold.
Could be a Dishonor.
Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah.
I keep seeing people put dirty clankers in the in the YouTube chat.
I mean, that is a great name for it, actually.
Me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy.
No, Harold!
Anything else you'd care to say to Errol?
He's dead, I think.
Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You've either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well armed. Let's go and end a few arguments.
I'm guessing later this year with what we've seen so far.
Time. And if they can rewrite history,
Okay.
rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can fiddle with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened.
So we're time-bending thieves.
We can
Maybe?
change the world as we know it. One choice at a time. I can even go
Okay.
back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
So another BioShock game. Gotcha.
A BioShock game that seems to let you change the past. Clockwork Revolution.
I mean, wasn't that part of? Well, I guess it was dimensional travel, but you could time travel in 3.
Yeah. But I feel like it was all more linear.
Award-winning,
Yeah.
record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision.
No one cares about Call of Duty anymore.
Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and
So I haven't
brought
seen that
millions of
movie yet.
players into the game. We have
I
more
haven't
projects in the
either.
works
I
as
kind
gaming
of
continues
do
to
want to
influence
see it
film and
just
But
for
not
the
in
sole
cinema.
fact.
never before.
I mean,
When it
we make
comes
fun
to
of it
growing a
already,
new
but like
franchise,
apparently it wasn't
Obsidian
actually
is having
bad.
a year like no
Oh yeah,
other.
no, I meant as in, I feel like a lot of problems of Minecraft was the people in the cinema, by the sounds of things.
Obsidian
Well,
is
yeah.
always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our direct, but until then, let's take a look.
Okay.
World premiere.
Is it really a world premiere? I bet someone already had seen it beforehand.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast! With new flexible legs, the yoke girth action figure can ride anything!
Ah.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for
Is
their
it
survival.
Wait, is this Grounded?
Of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was sent
We need to
dedicate
play
a
the first
statue of the 4
one.
teenagers
I know we do.
as science robot Burgle
Yeah, this
and
is-
Dr. Tully
But
when an explosion erupted.
maybe you and I have the attention span, but I don't know about the other two for the attention span that
It's not the
Grounded
attention span for
requires.
me, it's what's it called? What chaos can I browse?
You gotta keep them separated.
Where we're going now? Going into a park.
Oh, I like this. I mean, oh, you get actually mounts now?
Yeah. To July 29th. To game preview. Okay, you know what? They're gonna be so they're following the same route how they did with the last game, which that's cool.
Which is good because I think that helped. I actually think it helped.
Oh, yeah,
Grounded.
yeah, make it popular. People were excited when a new update was coming out for it.
Accessing predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
Uber.
An unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition. The behavior pattern
Recomposition.
Yeah.
is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
Uh-oh.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
What was that?
Consistently.
Kronos.
Destroying the nest is now a priority. Such is our calling.
Such is our calling.
That thing's got a mouth. The New Dawn, okay. Coming later this year. Bethesda presents an update to Fallout 76. Or it might be...
Ark?
No, it might be Elder Scrolls Online.
No. Oh, wow. You did call it.
Well, it was... The thing is, it was a fantasy game by Bethesda. So that's the only game that I can think of, Elder Scrolls, and it doesn't look good enough to be 6. I'm slowly turning into The Sims.
Kinda is.
Okay. Anyway, what's next?
World premiere.
Another world premiere.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling. Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now. Thomas.
Evacuate?
Evacuate you.
Evacuate.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind. And I'll
Oh,
always
don't nod. Okay. What are the people behind Life is Strange in that lot?
The music sounds like it.
I'm surprised they're releasing something very cool. They've just done, finished off Lost Records last month. Not last month, the month before.
Thomas, wherever you are,
Brilliant.
I'll find you.
There's always a dark twist when it comes to a Don't Nod game.
Yeah.
European Space
One is
Agency.
just murder and some other questionable topics, but
Yeah.
World premiere.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations. Much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the
I already like the music.
Dude, why didn't you do this earlier before we got here and just left the mess? Why is he giving us a gun?
Why? Yeah. Why did you just give us a gun?
You missed the face.
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man.
You know, someone could have just gone and picked up those books.
I'm in. They don't suspect
Sure.
a thing. Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to.
Okay.
If they find out, they will Wicker Man your ass.
Wicker Man? Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, it's a what's it called? I'm guessing a West Country village. Look what everyone's singing here. And dancing. This is not England.
Seems cool.
There are no ghosts at the Grand. We don't do all that singing and dancing here.
You know what's really funny to see? A
Englishman.
Pokemon outbreak of Slat Kings. Because it's just a field full of people laying in the grass.
Yeah.
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
Is this a new MOBA?
Or it's
It's not a Dynasty Warriors game because it's not the right.
no, not a MOBA.
That's a MOBA. That's 100% a MOBA.
Yeah, it's a MOBA. Yeah. I was thinking more like Total Empire situation. Oh, it's Age of Mythology. RTS, that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Ever? Oh, Eve to the
No,
left.
just EVR.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단입니다.
Is it a K-pop game?
Yeah, it's new Hatsune Miku game. She got really dark. Oh, that's a lot of blood.
How are they not going to notice a girl in a short skirt scaling a wall?
Yeah.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것입니다.
Why I have a feeling with this game you are going to hate the parts where you have to control the girl.
Because male programmers can't program women, apparently.
Mm.
지정태.
Yeah, who are you? Moodang! Moodang! Wow, that baby hippo's going far.
World premiere.
I didn't realize Moodang couldn't make video games.
No, he's starring in it.
Side scroller platformer?
I
do like they add kind of like a depth to the.
Wait. This is a sequel to something, though. Got a combat stick.
Kitty.
He's going to eat the kitty. Planet of Lana 2, Children of the Leaf Village.
So yes, it was a sequel.
Yeah. On everything. It's either going to be Bethesda Presents or a world premiere at the moment. And now it's Fallout 76.
Well, hello there.
Hello.
Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing.
Goodbye.
Wouldn't you say? When it comes to
Appalachia
is a land to swim with opportunity.
Is this why they had that whole
I
beginning?
think so, yeah. And they brought fishing into the game.
From its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
That's what 76 needed. Not a playable game, just fucking fishing.
Wait, well, one minute. Why are we fishing in Fallout waters?
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many
That stuff's gonna be radioactive as shit.
reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish
Maybe.
in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
Can you smell that?
Yeah, it smells like poison.
Plague the future wastelands of Appalachia. You can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise.
Someone better pop out the water.
All the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Go on, eat it. Go on. So they just brought fishing into the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
So make the game more playable.
Mm-mm. Oh, is this solo leveling?
Yeah, I heard it was good in the game, but I don't know how it plays.
Is it bad? But my only knowledge of solo leveling is that sister leveling stuff.
Yeah.
I'm getting Devil May Cry feels from that.
Yeah.
Wow, a game that wasn't on Game Pass.
Really?
Yeah.
World premiere.
People are calling it party leveling.
Hey, it's a Pokemon game.
Power World update?
This is a VV game.
What mechanics are going to be stolen by Nintendo?
No, don't show this. Nintendo will know. Oh, okay. Okay, you actually know you can already do that, can't you, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet?
Oh, this is so VV coded.
Oh, yeah. Comically large hammer. I'm guessing they evolve as well. Animo coming next year. Another one that didn't have the Game Pass logo.
Well, it's probably early
It's
enough
gonna
that
be
they
a,
don't know yet.
It's going to be a free to play.
It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and
He's
support.
looks so old now.
Skater 3 and 4.
Because he is.
These games have changed my life. But more
That's
than
not
that,
an
I've
excuse.
seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to
bet
me.
he's in the 60s.
He's been in the sun too much.
It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and
Oh,
more.
okay. No, actually, yeah, he does look old for his age. He's 57.
Tony Hawk
Yeah.
Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th.
That's what
We
I
have
thought.
a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Yay, more Tony Hawks, because we want that. Not a joke.
Honestly, I want Thug back.
Saying that, these games made a whole generation of skaters, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know that there was a meeting where they're like, hey, we're going to put this out. You know, what's something cool we can do? And someone went, dude, Doom Guy.
Someone must go and speak to Nintendo and see if they can just borrow Isabel for that. Just even if she's in like a backpack. Okay.
Spiritfarer too?
I think it's a new game, but it's from
or
the...
did it say from the creators of Spiritfarer?
From the creators.
Okay.
I mean, you can definitely tell it's from how it's animated. Okay, I do like games where if it's going to work how I think it's going to work, where you're basically building your path through your story from things you're finding. I do like those kind of games. Well, that's what you get for keeping your sword in your spine, you idiot.
Do you think when their hair turns white, it's them going Super Saiyan?
Yeah, this is Dragon Ball. Oh, this comes from her neck. At Fate's End. Okay, when's this coming out? Next year. On Game Pass.
It's a day one Game Pass, too.
Xbox Game Studios presents. That'd be Fable. It's not Fable.
It's definitely Gears of War.
Original. Okay. They're doing a remake, I'm guessing, then.
It wouldn't hurt, I'm gonna be honest. They haven't... Even Halo got multiple rebuilds of the first game.
It's coming to more players than ever before.
I think Gears of War had the same impact as the first one.
Well, I feel a game, Gears of War was basically the 360's Halo. Don't know anyone who actually uses that Xbox game anywhere.
They do. They wouldn't keep promoting it if it wasn't.
Yeah. Coming out August. Okay.
So that's the remake. I might play that because I enjoyed the first one. I mean, to be fair, Gears of War is what gave us Horde mode.
Yeah, good point. That's a bridge. That's a shrine. Oh shit.
That's a classroom. Is this Dead Man Wonderland?
I was thinking of Persona.
It's probably Persona.
With all the TVs.
Yeah.
That's a Persona.
100%. That's a Persona.
Persona 4?
Yeah. Man, I would like to see Dead Man Wonderland get a little bit love because the anime fucked it so hard.
You know why I'm surprised at the moment? We've not heard of a Dan the Dan game yet.
Yeah, that is true.
Especially with the second season starting next month.
Yeah.
But you won't see us.
New Sea of Thieves update.
Hear us.
I do want to play this again.
And the only way
I always want to play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
is if that's what we want.
Thanks for the content. I want to play Sea of Thieves so I get to steal things.
As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
Oh, the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess
Sure.
the question is, can you handle that?
Can you dig it?
New role to play.
Brands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the room, the better. Smugglers need to be adapted.
Jesus Christ, those
we
things are
need to
huge.
we need to do this because it will be so disastrous.
When's this go live? I bet you this is gonna be live right after this.
More than likely. Uh-oh.
You are pirates after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the
We need to find people that want to play Sea of Thieves.
You're paying for that.
Season 17, Smuggler's Tide, August.
August? Oh wow, that's surprising. It's not.
Well, yeah, it's the 17th season. Flipping out.
Yeah, they do seasons like TV shows do seasons.
Did that thing just swear at us?
Yes, it said world fucking premiere.
Well, fuck you.
What game is this? Oh, never mind. It's an
Oh
Invincible game.
no. It's what? It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. No, Invincible.
Invincible.
I wasn't interested in the series to begin with. I'm not interested in the game.
Oh, and it's doing all the what's it called thing as well. The
Extreme Blood.
No, not the
And
Extreme
gore.
Blood. The I don't know if my stream's lagging or if that's how it plays.
Oh, it definitely is like a low frame rate style because
Yeah.
it's trying to make it comic book style. Because it's a comic book show.
Yeah, but a lot of people think more of the show, which doesn't do that.
Yeah, but this style doesn't. This looks more comic book than it does TV show.
Yeah.
It's like light cell shade.
Is this a beat 'em up game?
Not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I'm
What is he? I don't know. Why did he stop?
Yeah, it's a fighter.
You do know if we want to do something like this, we've got Mortal Kombat, right? I mean, what's it? Omni-Man's in that.
Yeah. It seems crazy to do a solo adventure for one IP.
Mm.
So it's MVC.
Yeah. Meh.
I'm gonna be honest, honk shoe. I'm not a fighter game, and I could care less about Invincible. New Final Fantasy.
I mean, the third part's still got to come out yet, but I doubt they would be showing it on Xbox only. Oh, it's
Maybe
oh, no, oh no, are they bringing the other two over to Xbox?
Yeah, probably. The exclusivity's over.
Remake Integrate coming this winter, yeah.
Yep.
Also coming to Xbox. More Fire. Oh. Is that... I like her hair.
That's pretty cool.
Is this the one that keeps on about chaos? Or is this 16? Might be 16 actually.
My ear.
Ah.
Did you hear that high pitch?
No, I didn't.
It was super high and it just pierced.
You're right.
It was part of the thing.
I didn't hear it.
Exactly. You don't have good hearing apparently.
I don't care. Or my headset protected me from it.
Oh, highly doubt it.
World premiere.
Double Fine! Are we getting another Psychonauts?
Our universe game.
Well, I'd like to point out that bird broke that. Okay.
You play as a lighthouse?
It looks like it.
That's an interesting point of view.
Hmm. A lighthouse who's like can... What is with chicken? Lighthouse who's like can make portals by the looks of things. Something like the whale or something? Oh no, Keeper.
October 17th. Interesting.
On Game Pass.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating...
There you are. We was wondering where you vanished.
Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from
Banjo-Kazooie
across the globe. Creators like In Exile reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players.
That was going to be coming either way.
Returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld. which
Even
lets you
he's playing
bring your
Balatro.
Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
World premiere. There's a butterfly.
Welcome to the guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Is he the guild?
I think it's just a robot.
How many people want to bang that robot right now?
Systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives.
They'll find a way.
Your years of service have shown
Man, so many people are like Titanfall 3. It's like that shit got canceled.
I find it funny if this is a what's it called an Overwatch.
True.
Who's that? The lady.
Too long. We've been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The guild is safeguarding tomorrow now.
God, you didn't need to make a whole room just for this.
The future of protection worldwide.
What's with the butterfly?
Are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale.
That butterfly just went into the machine. Unless it's Evil Within 3.
It's something.
Shit, we broke up.
What's Alan Wake 4? Someone said.
I think it's Evil Within 3 actually.
I never played the Evil Within games.
That's a lot of TVs. I just don't trust the butterfly.
Fear is a powerful thing.
He killed the butterfly!
It's the guy from,
Well, you have just lost the fight here, Xbox. Well done.
Yeah, I could care less, even more.
No one cares about a Call of Duty game anymore. Or if they do, they need to go and play other games.
The only thing that people care about Call of Duty is the new zombies.
And even that's getting stale. Which is funny because they're zombies. I don't know. There was no Fable!
I'm surprised. I told you, I don't think they're keeping Fable pretty locked down, I think, until like right before.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, they might. I mean, we've got Gamescom at the end of the month anyway, haven't we?
Early this year, and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so much. No, you're
Wait.
doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it.
Yes.
The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel,
Yeah.
no raccoon tail. No sequel,
Yeah.
no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
Oh, no one does.
There was a Zune 2.
Oh, shit.
Omar, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games.
He's sequeled
I think I
everything.
had a Zune too. I had the original Zune.
Come along on this journey with me.
You had a sequels.
I'm technically banned from Walmart because my friend tried stealing a Zune.
That was not worth it.
I'm aware.
So wait, you can't go to any Walmarts?
Technically, Walmart, Sam's Club, or Murphy's to get gas.
Oh.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1.
I got a feeling no one's actually monitoring that shit, though.
You want to know how they don't monitor it? The other party that, so there were 3 of us. 2 of us tried to ditch him because he was pulling that shit. The other third party that was with us, they got a job at that Walmart.
Deeper and more complex with everything for the sequel.
So if that says
Story,
anything,
lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been
Oh.
knowing as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so, no matter what kind of playstyle that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
All these people mentioning Sneak, and I still do not understand it.
It has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting
Just make things
characters,
explode.
worlds,
Run.
improved choices. In The Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new creator worlds.
Okay, I do like that.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create.
The part that basically, what depending on your skills itself, you interact with things like doors differently. So, for example, with that jam door, if you're just brute strength, you'll pull it open. If you're more technical, you would actually try and fix the door.
that's fair.
In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places.
I'm cowboy.
Tell you why you joined them. There's a lot of different reasons. If you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy, it could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do.
Okay.
After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds,
Anyone wants an ice cream?
The Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love
Oh,
Dumb
hi
options.
Cam, how you doing? Hi everybody, welcome to the stream.
Howdy, howdy.
We're just watching some, what's it called? Xbox stuff.
Quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for
I think
Wait,
this
what?
is just like a specific showcase for Outer Wilds.
Really cool, fun.
Yeah, I
Outer
think it
Worlds
is.
too. We took that even further, and again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. It could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work.
Persona 4 remake. I mean, I need to. I'm gonna be honest. I really need to play more Persona than anything else. That's something I don't actually have not done. I'm doing. I think this is how this works.
To specking for an explosive specialty.
It does. Nice.
Throughout your entire journey, your
There goes
character
shout
continues
outs.
to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer
But
Worlds 1,
yeah, I mean,
had more skills than we
what
have, so we
was there
can
anything that actually stood out for you?
essence of,
Right.
of what we really wanted there. But
Tony
I mean,
Hawk's.
I'm just gonna play.
into a skill much
Well,
more
I'm
impactful.
gonna
So
play
instead of getting
Grounded
small
too.
percentage changes, we actually
Yeah,
get much larger changes.
which will be shown in a bit more detail in a bit after this as well. I think they're doing both their titles, aren't they?
Skill point in something can open up a lot more
I made it like halfway through Grounded 1, but that was partially because we were waiting for the updates. I think there were 2 updates after I stopped playing that I never got to play.
Yeah.
And like the group of friends that I was playing with, the thing that sucked was you always were stuck waiting for someone to get on so you could do story progression. And then all I did was I just grounded, like just did a ton of grinding for materials. And so I had all these materials, people didn't have to worry about like fixing stuff and like building stuff and all that, and then nobody played. And then one of them's like, "You guys progress the story too far without me," and it's like,
Hey, wait,
bitch, you're
well,
the
there's not that much story to actually progress half the time.
it's not that significant.
It's not. Look, it's not like an MMO where everyone else is around you is leveled up to that they're actually carrying you along. With Grounded, it's more of a. It's like a Minecraft mindset of it. Is yes, other people have got some cool stuff, but you're still technically, if you did not have that equipment, you'll be at the same level, just with more knowledge. But yeah, no, I'm happy that they are going to be doing the same way of doing the early access on Games Pass stuff for people to play, like they did with the first Grounded, because like you said as well, it worked brilliantly, and it kind of got the word out of what Grounded was.
Mm.
I have bad knees.
You have bad knees, they hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring, makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game. It's a good flaw.
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
That's stealing.
That's stealing.
Stealing. Tiny crimes? You hear the second part though? It's a crime.
Well,
you're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw.
That was great.
You're a bad person.
You know what? I know a lot of people who's got that same mindset.
Yeah, it's just small things. It doesn't matter.
It's not stealing. I'm just taking them.
How
No.
long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
Oh yeah, everyone gets an hour.
Thank you for the drive. How many fingers am I hold up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is,
Thank you for the
knees
finances.
are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
Oh, you are kidding me.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal, and like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when
I swear, if you tell us the next one is look at the sun.
you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just
You said something about looking at the sun?
Yeah, that's what the last guy was about the 30-minute break. He basically spends his break looking directly at the sun.
choose that perk. If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of
Over-prepared. Okay.
Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons.
Wait.
But if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a decent
Do these just get given to you if you do something too much?
Yeah, probably.
I like the idea.
Or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them. We also allow for a lot of fun and experiment.
I probably will get that over preparer one immediately.
Gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors. Or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing says the impact
Can I have psychopath?
No, you are not allowed a psychopath.
But the extra bonuses.
Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
Need of your help, stranger. If you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
They cause chaos, like. It does feel like you don't have to play the first game to play this as well.
Yeah. It probably just helps with like world building.
Yeah. Just in case you forget, you're trespassing. And the body's been found.
If you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. Their companion who they just found is part of.
Jesus.
We're no different than the breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
Kill him.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you.
Okay.
We want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
I feel like it's pointing me in the direction of a certain direction you don't want me to be pointed in this game.
This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're
At least the one positive thing, if you watch a couple people play it, you're not going to see the same gameplay twice.
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much
That's one thing that's great about these kind of games.
For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the outer world's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies trade with each other.
They're bad.
Is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game.
What? No, they're good.
No, when they're red, if they're green, they're fine.
From my point of view, they are the good people.
They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals.
I say we throw people into it until it stops.
Protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives.
Seems okay. 40K.
Not only for the good of everyone,
It
but also
works.
because they're
They'll
complicated
get
math
full.
using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Andy's Choice is a
That guy's working on 2 games at once.
choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me. I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different...
Oh yeah, they're the ones that did New Vegas, aren't they?
You also have a ton of music.
Could not say.
Like, I think 20 tracks
Yeah,
of unique music
Obsidian.
for it. It's a lot of stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks.
Yeah, and the Stick of Truth as well.
They're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Stick of Truth is a solid game.
Yeah. Yes.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you. He's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help.
Ah, kills with numbers and guns.
Named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can
I like her.
turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Anti's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things.
Is that a paw on a bug?
There's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter.
Yeah, it's another arm.
Jury and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package.
It's Judge Dredd.
Your choice to either help
Yep.
or show them what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Oh.
Companions are a very,
I mean, that goes for any game nowadays.
Because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby.
Ah, merch.
Lifeblood, it is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little snuggling.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah, they snuggle them. Okay. That's going to be on the Xbox store in a matter of days, isn't it?
The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Anti's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Anti's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man. Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of The Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in The Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun finding really cool stuff.
Weapons and gunplay.
We've aimed to make everything in The Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start. That's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is
Pillars of Eternity, yeah.
That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this.
Wait, are they firing him?
I don't think
it sounds like they're gonna fire him.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in The Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system.
What is it?
Thinking to yourself, it can't be that good? Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're going to take those people, we're going to make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quick ones, ha, ha. Now, here we go. What comes after C?
Oh.
Optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers. Okay, I want to make them happy. So let's mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm. It's blowing mine, and here we go.
I wonder how much did I pay for him to do this.
Alright, no, but it's good.
You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you got to agonize about how many people are going to be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us? Huh?
Yeah, we need more romance.
Story in this?
No.
Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down.
Oh.
T, twa. Sequel.
Wait, no, that means free.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Hold on, two. And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, and also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Bourse Blaster, that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades. Or can be eaten by the player for additional health.
Why?
We have a weapon called Rookie's Reward.
Why not?
That will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game.
Oh.
And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got fun little.
Your gun's getting XP.
So skulls from what's it called?
Halo. Yeah, but with just shooting as normal.
You can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to the Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies.
This is basically Borderlands mindset now.
Yeah, it is.
But works.
And even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly.
That's just grenade. Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
Borderlands
that is just
grenades.
Borderlands grenades. Yeah.
Science weapons are back. We have returning favorites like the shrink ray. This time it's been upgraded. So you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
Did you step on them?
Yep.
Yep.
My favorite one. So we brought it into the
That
second
answered
game.
your question right away.
So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk, and we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them because we knew that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to.
Whose fantasy?
Make sure to double down.
Weird people. That's who.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things. And they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed.
Oh.
And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that
It's a sword.
lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do.
They've added a rhythm game into it.
It's called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
So the portal gun.
I was thinking the what's it called? The thing from Fallout, the Fat Boy.
Yeah, but there's a gun in not Portal but Half-Life that literally just it was like a black hole gun.
Yeah.
In a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who
Can we blow up that building?
take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both?
Oh.
Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like.
You know what? Yeah, that's nice.
One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all the fun armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with. All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you get to see your character in that way. And you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons, more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life. And we can't wait for you to play it.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Okay, that does look fun to play.
Yeah.
With the Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You can play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You can play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You can play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays The Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
Is it only the third one that does it?
Are you playing? I think
I have no.
Now, this is actually not
Technically, I think they both can do it, but
you can't play anything on this. I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot?
You say that, but give it time. You'll be able to play Xbox on that soon.
Order the premium edition now. You'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like any of us alive at any time. It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games.
I'm surprised. Okay. Bye.
Big exit.
Grounded.
It's a baseball.
I'm curious on how it's gonna change.
We're so proud of Grounded.
Get some more creatures.
Project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. And to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the Direct to give you there were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game. So with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world, the Brook Hollow Community Park.
Ooh.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a lot.
Until y'all get laid off.
Yeah.
Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences.
Because that's the Microsoft way.
Yeah, the Microsoft way. We love helping small companies after we lay them off.
To make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
I can see where they can go with the updates on this. You could open up different areas of the park.
So there's Max, Hoops, Willow,
and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world.
There's got to be a desert area that's got a sandpit.
To explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant.
I could have been.
Giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore.
Explains the mess.
Examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
No, not the scorpion.
An anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park, and so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools, and of course nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach.
It's always a cockroach.
Seems legit.
Environments, and in future updates you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to...
Wow, you're making the spiders look creepier. Well done.
...that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations...
I feel bad for people that have arachnophobia.
Yeah, but they'll have the same thing where you're basically going to be chased by a ball instead.
But there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun. We're leaning into clear playstyles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect-wielding mages, and ranged hunters. In the first Grounded, we have mutations.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
That favor different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
Your world.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2.
To me, I think when you focus on that as a dev, you completely forget the fact that it's a game. Let people play how they want to play, not how you want to play.
Yeah.
Combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom. Then I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of you.
That's the other thing about doing it this way. They really do take in player feedback.
Variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded Livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
I do like how you can ride the animals, the insects.
Are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends.
Whee.
It was really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts. Our mounts
Oh, a spider.
have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities and attacks.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player.
I do like they call them buggies. That's such.
Yeah, actually, I didn't click on that actually.
across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't just mean exploration and travel. That has gameplay implications for combat, crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on
Oh, sweet. The answer how to carry things.
We're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
Hee hee hee.
Red Ant soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out.
Okay.
In combat, and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on a buggy, you can jump off, and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support. The Orb Weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special abilities, like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. They're super fun for exploration and combat.
My question on this here is, can you have multiple buggies then?
Will be available at game preview launch.
I would hope like it would be based off like the species. Like you could have a soldier with like a few workers.
Yeah.
You know, like because it escorts them around.
Well,
type
I
thing.
think, like they said, that
the game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so
is that a
much
face
fun
on his head?
building it alongside the community.
Okay, that threw me off there. But yeah, they're only saying that the worker ants and the orb spiders are going to be available at the start of the preview thing.
We're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience, and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop.
I hated
shaped
those
the
zip
original
lines.
Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blazed through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning even more into that, and we'll be keeping a close eye on what our players discover and how they interpret it. Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land.
Yeah.
So, that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our
I mean, that's what people want, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's better that way as well, because if you've got a big update, then you basically have a lot of people come back at that point. So you basically cause a roller coaster of player, consecutive players.
And explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
It'll be interesting. So October 29th for Outer Worlds 2, July 29th for Grounded 2. Moodang!
Moodang. So is that it?
That is it. Do you know what? It still irritates me that they finish off with Black Ops 7.
I mean, there's some people that still are excited over that stuff.
I mean, it could be worse. They could give you a what's it called? What they did with Outer Wilds 2. I think no one wants an in-depth look into another Call of Duty game.
True.
Oh, that's the other game we're interested in. That there are no ghosts.
Oh yeah, party leveling.
Party leveling, yeah. And the VV game.
And the Pokemon VV game, yeah.
Yeah. That was cruel what they just did there. I saw a little bit of Silk Song. Well, yeah, I mean, there was some good announcements.
I think there was better announcements in that than the Video Game Awards.
What, the one yesterday or not yesterday?
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, the Summer Game Fest. I honestly, Summer Game Fest was kind of a snooze fest for me. I wasn't really interested in a lot of the games, and granted, I have a very particular like gameplay style.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think yeah, Summer Games Fest had more of those single big hitter titles that came out. But I think overall, I would say Xbox did actually have things that had caught my interest. So, I mean, like we said, we call it the VV Pokemon game, but at the same time, it is something that I probably would have a go of myself as well. That Clockwork Revolution, that looks fun. What's it called? The Ghost. There are no ghosts in the Grand. That again is something that I'll definitely be playing. And I mean, just the two main ones that they was talking about, the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. They are definitely games that I want to play. I mean, yeah, okay, there's certain games that I don't care about that they were announcing. But, like, for example, the Invincible Versus and Black Ops 7, which I feel like, why? But, be honest, they're just... It's one or two games out of a bunch of games that they're showing off. Plus, we know of other games that they are making as well, that they are still keeping on their hats. Like, for example, the Elder Scrolls 6 and Fable. And actually, that's another thing I've noticed. No Forza.
Yeah, there was no racing game.
Yeah, that is weird for an Xbox showcase that there was no racing game whatsoever. Unless they're starting
or
to...
FIFA. There's no FIFA.
FIFA I understand, because it won't be coming out. FIFA would normally be, if they are going to be showing something like that off, it would probably be Gamescom. Just for the fact that that's when a lot of the football seasons start back up again, August time.
Well, that and the crowd at Gamescom is a little bit more international.
European,
than it is.
yeah. I mean, I think that if there was a big tournament this year, well, if there was a big tournament this year, then that'd be different. But I think the only thing that is international tournament-wise is the Women's Euros, which kicks off in July. While next year, at the moment, there is the World Cup. The Men's World Cup. that is happening in Canada, Mexico, and maybe America.
Maybe, yeah. No, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But then again, I think even if they did that, they'll probably do if. But then again, it's not. EA's not working with FIFA anymore, are they?
I'm not sure.
Oh, it's EA FC. It's not FIFA games anymore. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll see where they come from on this. I mean, there is other things that are happening today, game announcement wise. We've got the game. We've got the PC game show that is happening anytime now. They're going to be showing off a bit more Death Stranding 2 tomorrow as well. And plus, there was some announcements yesterday that one in particular that I know that Vivian Karina seems to be happy for. No Straight Roads 2 is going to be coming out soon as well. Okay. I don't think if there is anything else that I didn't notice. Oh, Silksong comes out of hiding with a 2025 release date promise. Did it give an actual, or does it just say 2025? Oh, it says sometime in holiday 2025. It will be playable for the launch of that Xbox Ally. Anything else? Oh, yeah, that's another game we liked from Friday. A new Scott Pilgrim game. Always have more Scott Pilgrim. I'm happy with that.
I hope it's as good as the first one.
Yeah, same here. But I don't think there's really been anything that really stood up anywhere else. Oh well. But yeah, that is it for watch along stuff for at least until August when we have Gamescom. Yay! Opening night live. Of course, more than likely we'll get I would say we definitely will be getting a Nintendo Direct with a Pokemon Present in July. That's already been announced. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a Nintendo Direct itself in the next week or two. I won't be surprised if we get where it said tomorrow for Thursday, because that usually is Nintendo's way of doing things, isn't it? They pretty much announced, hey, we're doing a Direct very last minute.
Yeah, they go, well, I feel like I don't know if it's like how the marketing team works there. Like, are you guys done with the Direct? Okay, we'll put the date on it a week from today. Or like 3 days
We'll do it
from
Thursday.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I won't be surprised if they do announce something anytime now. But I think at the same time, Nintendo is a little bit distracted with hiccups.
The Switch 2's launch and
yeah.
I don't know if I would call it a successful launch.
I've heard that there's been rumors of hacking now.
Oh yeah, there's always going to be hacking.
Yeah. I don't know, because I mean, technically, sales-wise, it's got to be marked as successful. Because I mean, it's difficult to get hold of a Switch 2 nowadays, at the moment. But then again, it's one of those things where you were expecting it to be difficult to get hold of anyway.
Yeah.
But and I mean, coverage-wise, I mean, if you watch gaming content, you can guarantee that if you go into your homepage on YouTube, there's going to be at least 3 or 4 videos on Mario Kart World at this moment in time.
Sure.
I But if people say, yeah, but there's only Mario Kart World. Yeah, that is the point. Nintendo can do this. They can sell a console with just one game.
They can sell a console where it's a hardware update.
Yeah. The thing is, it's not like Xbox and PlayStation where their IPs, you can more than likely see it in multiple places. Nintendo, they have such a tight grip on their IPs that where you're playing it, you're only going to be playing it when Nintendo tells you where you're going to be playing it.
Yeah.
Even if it means getting a whole new console for it. But,
I would not be surprised if we do in like 6 months or so see like a dumbed down version of World going to the regular Switch.
I
would not be surprised if that happens.
I don't know.
I don't expect it.
I don't expect it.
I think there's a level where, especially the market, the way that they run stuff, they go, oh shit, we could have so many more players that they don't want to buy the new Switch, but they'll buy the game.
Yeah.
Let's make, I mean, they've done that for Legend of Zelda all the time.
Yeah, but I feel like when it came to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, it was because it was already announced to come out for the Wii U. And they thought, oh shit, we should also bring it out for the Switch as well. It just so happened that the game came out at the same time for the launch of the Switch. Which it's not like with the Mario Kart World where we already knew that there was a new Mario Kart coming out and they had announced, oh, this is coming out on the Switch. I mean, we already see that they've already done that with games that are going to be coming out later this year, i.e. Pokemon Legends PZR. That's going to be coming out on both the Switch and the Switch 2. Because it was already announced. The game was already announced. It was already announced that it's coming out on the Switch. So it's one of those things where they're like, we've got to release it on both consoles at this stage now. Why am I not moving? I am now. There we go. So I don't see them doing that with I feel like Mario Kart. It'd be interesting to see how many people are playing Mario Kart World at the end of the month. For the fact of it gives us a better idea of how many people are really playing the Switch 2 than anything else.
Yeah.
Talking about that, did you hear about Sea-Dog VA?
Him getting scammed? Yeah.
Yeah. How many people did not believe that he had actually got scammed?
I mean, people are gonna think it's a bit, but I think there's a level where I think, like, even on how it worked, he had to confirm the package, like, what was in the package before he paid. So he didn't get scammed, technically, because he had to confirm it was a Switch 2, and it's not, so he's gonna return it and not pay. Like, that's how it is.
The weird thing about this is, though, he's got Switch lights and normal Switch in boxes anyway, because he got them from that remember
the crane
game stuff. Yeah. Because they ended up getting, I think they ended up getting about 3 or 4 Switches, didn't they, in that one video?
They got a couple, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's where people were looking at it thinking, is it just that, especially when he went back and looked in there and it was a Switch Lite.
So in the box was even a Switch Lite?
So there was no. So there was an OLED, and then there was a Switch Lite in the box. But I don't know if he just put. Like I said, I mean, it's not going to be as difficult for him to get hold of one, I feel, especially in Japan. Because they've got the region locked version as well, aren't they?
Yeah, but he doesn't want a region locked version.
Yeah, which makes sense because then he can actually play games and get games when he's back home. Well, not back home, back in Wales. Technically, his home is Japan now. But I mean, like I said, I feel I'll be interested to see if there is a Nintendo Direct. I feel like if there is going to be a Nintendo Direct, it's either going to be this Thursday or next Thursday, if anything. If there's not one at those two times, then I feel like they're going to be holding off until the Pokemon Present, which is, I think it's early July. I don't remember off the top. Pokemon Present. It is. I love when it doesn't actually tell me. Yeah, July. No, it's not until July 22nd. So it's late July. The Pokemon Present is. But I don't know. Like I said, I give it either this week or next week. We'll get Nintendo one. I feel like they should do at least something, especially if you've got both Xbox and PlayStation already doing theirs as well. It just feels like the right time of year to announce, or at least show off some stuff that may be coming to Switch 2. Show off a little bit more of the Donkey Kong game, I guess. So that comes out next month as well, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, but yeah. Either way, I feel like this is a great place to end it for now. So, Red, thank you again for joining me for another watch along. Yep. Have you got any plans for the rest of this week apart from, the usual?
Nope, not really.
Nope. I will hopefully have my schedule up tomorrow. Not today now because it is getting a bit late for me to actually get the schedule finished. But expect a few of the same things. So we'll hopefully be bringing back Blueprints again. We will do Pokemon. I know we skipped it last week, which I apologize for. But it will definitely be back on Tuesday. Yeah, expect the same bits and pieces what we normally do for streaming wise. But yeah, apart from that, I just realized I closed that. I don't know why I closed that screen over there. We are going to go and raid. Who is on at the moment? I don't have anybody. We're not going to raid. We're just going to call it here for tonight. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. And of course, until the next time, as always, to be continued. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye.